Well, no matter our political differences, one thing that has always brought this region together is helping those in need. Home Team Harvest is Washington State's largest annual food drive, and this year we are hoping to raise 21 million meals for Washington families, and I know we can do this. It's a time when both individuals and businesses rally together to end hunger. Cafe Campagne in Seattle is dedicated to helping Northwest Harvest feed the hungry. Delicious food, good hearts. Executive Chef Daisley Gordon is cooking with us today. He's not just the executive chef, he is the owner.
Yes, sir.
Owner of Campagne. And I think that is amazing how you have really dedicated yourself to helping end hunger through creating recipes, right?
Right. We put together some recipes for folks to use when they go to the store for Northwest Harvest and get product to just give them some ideas of how to feed themselves. Things that are quick and nutritious and give them a little energy to get through the day.
Absolutely. And if you've never been to Northwest Harvest and the store, you should go down there. You should help. You know, I've volunteered there before.
Right.
It is really a great.
It
is a great thing, and everyone is welcome to go and get food there. No questions asked. So, what are we cooking today?
We're cooking wild chanterelle mushrooms. It's a perfect time. My mushroom guy brought me some, and the season's always, it's short, it's unpredictable, so when you have it, you have to cook it right away.
I love it.
I'm going to show you what we do at the cafe to cook mushrooms. When I was a kid, I just thought they were bizarre. I didn't understand mushrooms, and now I'm crazy for them.
I agree with you. I love mushrooms. They're delicious. But I could see, as a kid, you'd be like,
yeah,
what is that?
I mean, this is some kind of weird looking stuff, but they're super delicious.
They're
so here's
good.
the thing with these wild mushrooms, and you could apply it to many others. I like them a little caramelly, and usually I would just put them in a hot pan and try to get them brown, but really from traveling to France and spending time and seeing how those guys cook, what we do actually is cook them a little bit more slowly because it's all water.
Right.
Right? And so when you get rid of that moisture, then they brown up a bit. So I'm going to jump right into it.
Yeah, jump in.
Of course, we've got a bit of butter.
Just a little bit.
Right, just a
little smidge of butter.
A little bit of butter.
Yeah,
And you're going to pile all of the mushrooms in there. Normally you think, oh geez, you need to make sure there's space for them.
Each to touch the pan.
Yeah, but this is fine. That goes in. We smash a couple cloves of garlic.
Okay.
Just for flavor in there.
I mean, that smell already with the butter.
Well, butter and the earthy mushrooms, it's kind of hard to beat. So.
And this is such a, I mean, honestly, what a great meal that feels like the fall harvest.
Absolutely.
And just tastes so.
It's seasonal cooking, and that's what's brilliant about it. So we have a little smashed garlic in there. You can just put some whole thyme sprigs in there.
Oh, just the whole thing?
Yeah, just the whole thing.
Okay.
Because this is the first stage, and what we're doing is we can probably crank that up a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see already they're getting a little bit. You can see that they're softening up a little bit.
Soupiness is starting.
Yeah, it's shrinking down. So this takes maybe, I don't know, might take 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
And you'll see the color change.
This is not what I expected. I didn't expect to have my mushrooms sitting in that pot for a long time, but that's what you want.
Exactly, that's what you want. And as the mushrooms go down, they give off the water. The butter also has some water in it, and so when you're at the next step, or for the next step, the butter will kind of clarify, and then this is a good stopping point because mushrooms freeze really, really well. Oh. So you can, at this point, put them in a Ziploc bag, pop them in the freezer, and they're great. They're great, especially when you have tons and tons of them. Then you can be able to eat them throughout.
So I can call my mushroom guy.
You can call your mushroom guy.
I don't have a mushroom. I'm going to have to call your mushroom guy and be like, bring me a vat of mushrooms so I can make them. I'm going to spend all day Saturday making mushrooms so I have them for the year.
You clean them, you cut them, you cook them down like this. So let's say we've gotten to that point.
Okay.
If we're actually ready to eat them.
Okay.
Now we want to turn the heat up a little bit more. And then the way we finish them, so these have already been cooked.
Okay.
They're at that stage we discussed with those guys. We're going to add a little bit extra flavor.
Okay.
So we put some fresh chopped shallots in there and let those brown up. And then now we have just a little picked thyme.
Okay.
Because the other ones were just in there for flavor, but these we're just going to, we're we're actually going to eat.
I like when you said you're ready to eat them. I got my fork
That's,
ready.
that's right. And then, of course, we need a little booze in there.
Oh, yeah.
So, tiny bit of brandy to deglaze. That bite from the brandy really cuts through the butter and some of the richness.
That smells amazing.
Additionally, a little bit of white wine.
And when you say deglaze, can you explain what that means? 'Cause
So,
I know.
when you cook things in fat, oil, or butter, they caramelize, they stick to the pan. But a lot of that stuff, that's concentrated flavor. So we never leave that stuff in the pan.
Do not
That's
leave it
where all the
behind.
goodness is. So whether you use brandy, wine, water, you know, if you don't want any wine, you could use maybe a mild vinegar, like a champagne vinegar or something like that, or verjus, which is a unfermented grape juice. And that helps release that fond off the bottom of the pan, and it coats the mushrooms.
Got
and that's
it.
where all the flavor
And how
is.
long do you deglaze this for?
We deglaze it to sec, so that just means to get it dry.
Okay,
so we
so it
want
would take a little while.
It takes a little while to go down. So
While we do that, you want to do the omelet?
Yeah. So, you know, my favorite easy snack is a French omelet. And it's one of my favorite things to put the mushrooms in. So we have some that are completely ready to go.
Oh gosh,
You
do
can
the
see how
magic
they're
of
a little bit-
television.
yeah, a little bit darker.
I'm gonna try one. Can I try one?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I can't help myself. Or two.
We're just gonna chop them up a little bit. Yeah, meaty, really tasty.
Really meaty, really tasty,
really-
not soggy
No,
at all.
no, and that's because we've gotten rid of that. We've gotten rid of the moisture, and you can see they're dense. They're totally
Oh, that is
satisfying.
so flavorful.
You wouldn't need steak anymore
I
after having
wouldn't.
that.
No. While you're making that, I just have to ask you a little bit about some of the other dishes that you brought here too. I love your quiche. I've had the quiche before at your beautiful restaurant. That is something that is so delicious.
That's our quiche Lorraine. It's super popular at brunch, lunch, house-made crust, everything. People go crazy for it. And so that's one of the things that I wanted to share with you.
Also cassoulet season.
It is
Will you
cassoulet season,
explain?
which is cassoulet is a Southwest French white bean stew with pork and lamb and house-made sausage, slow-cooked duck confit, tomato, garlic, thyme. It has a season. Usually it's October until tax day. So you can come into the cafe and get it, or you can order it to go. And you can, get a quart container, take it home, heat it up yourself. We've got instructions. We've got a groovy little video of me putting it together. But the other thing that I love is we have this cassoulet pot rental.
This little box, you can just order this, pick it up from the restaurant.
So let's say you don't want to warm it up yourself. I will heat it up. It'll be ready, bubbly to go. You come to the cafe, it shows up in that box. You take it to your party, you drop off the box. That's the end of it.
Well, sadly, we are out of time, but I'll let you keep making that omelet for me, because I'm gonna have to eat after the show. But look at how beautiful that is. So you get the mushrooms, you can just create it. So many wonderful things, and thank you so much for all you're doing
Absolutely,
for Northwest
my pleasure.
Harvest. It's such a pleasure to meet you. And of course, Chef is sharing his recipe for wild chanterelle mushrooms. Just text the word recipe, just that word, to 206-448-4545. Thank you so much to Chef and to Cafe Campagne for all they do to feed the hungry. And we'd love to have you help us join in to end hunger. There are 4 ways to donate to Home Team Harvest. You can see there right there on your screen. You can give online or with your phone. You can also go to a grocery store and donate. Visit Safeway or Albertsons. Now stay tuned for more details on King's upcoming TV special on December 3rd. I have not missed one of them. We will be there and you'll be with us.